How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Shifting Lanes. My name is Hanson. Thank you so much for tuning in. And for this video, I want to do a drastic upgrade to the 2013 Subaru BRZ, the interior, the engine, everything else. And through the magic of editing, and it is all done, and I cannot believe the results. I've basically made every single change that I can possible to this car. Now, if you look around, I've replaced the cloth seats from the premium trim BRZ to leather seats. Besides that, I've also added a set of wider seats back there. I've added a set of doors, and I've also addressed a lot of the common complaints about the Subaru BRZ, primarily the lack of a center console or an armrest. So with this one, I've added a nice armrest. This is very functional. The cup holders have also been shifted forward, so that is very usable. I'm very excited to be using that. But let's take a look around the interior of this upgraded BRZ. I still have the 6-speed manual transmission, but I've added this spaceball looking thing. And I took out the touchscreen unit here because touchscreens are stupid, and I've replaced it with these button-tastic infotainment center. So a lot of buttons to push. It's got a 6-disc CD player. That's the new thing that you want in your cars today. Very, very useful, and especially if you want to switch between hundreds of MP3s, this is the way to go. So yeah, looking around here, it's just so much more gorgeous. The tack is just beautiful. But I think the biggest change to the BRZ right now is what's under the hood. Perhaps the biggest complaint of the Subaru BRZ is its weak 200 horsepower engine. So in place of that 4-cylinder boxer engine, I've put in a 5-cylinder turbocharged engine. So this is good to make 300 horsepower. Alright, so all kidding aside, I just bought myself a 173,000 mile 2005 Volvo S60R for only $3,800, and I'm turning this into a race car. So while Gregson wants to destroy an E46 M3 with his V70R, and Chad wants to destroy a newer Civic Type R with his C30, I basically want to destroy everything. Everything. Now primarily I'm going to target things like the WRX STI, Mitsubishi Evos, Focus RSs, Audi S4s, BMW M3s, you name it, I want to destroy it with this Volvo S60R. Now how am I going to prove that this car can be better than those other cars? Well, I'm going to take this thing racing. Now there's many forms of racing out there, but I first want to start out with autocross. Now, if you don't know what autocross is, I'm going to have another video explaining and breaking down what goes on in an autocross day. But if you want to know what that is all about right now, please check out the card that I've linked up here. And that's going to point you to the Project BRZ playlist. And that'll show you everything there is to know about autocross, what kind of cars show up, just what goes on in an actual autocross day, what do you need to bring. So everything you wanted to know about autocross, check out that card. Now you might be asking yourself, why did I choose a Volvo S60R as opposed to the other performance cars out there in the used car market? Well, there's a few reasons why. First, I believe this is the best performance car you can buy in the used car market today. I got this is a clean title, mind you, it's fully functioning. I got this for $3,800. Name me another 300 horsepower car or more that you could buy for less than $4,000 today in the used car market. There isn't much. You might find some old Mustang GTs with more than 300 horsepower, but that has a solid rear axle, and I don't think you could find those for really less than $5,000 today. And if you want to go with the newer Mustang GT with the independent rear suspension, yeah, I don't think you could touch that for less than 5 figures. Same as the M3s. For a nice working one, you could probably find those for, those are really expensive, so you probably can't touch that for $4,000. Even WRX STIs, and there are so many of those out there, you can't touch those for what I bought this car for. So this being less than $4,000, having 300 horsepower stock, this is the best performance bargain, period. The second reason is the amount of utility that you get from a sports sedan. 4 doors. You could fit extra tires back here to take to the track, and once you're done, you don't have to have a trailer or anything like that. You can just drive home in the comfort of the leather seats inside. And this also has all-wheel drive, so fitted with the proper tires, this thing can basically go anywhere you please. And the last reason why I chose a Volvo S60R to build a racing car out of, as opposed to any other performance cars, is because of you guys. Now, 2 months ago, we created a poll on this channel asking what kind of content you guys are craving for. What more do you want to see? And with many hundreds of votes that came in, 85% of you said more Volvos. So addressing all your desires, needs, and wants, we're bringing you more Volvo content. So not only in this channel will you get Gregson's V70R, you'll also get Chad's C30, and now my Volvo S60R. So before we can actually start racing with the Volvo S60R, there's many things that we need to do first. The first thing we need to do is say a prayer, because buying a 173,000 mile car and driving it home is a really scary experience. And let's talk about the price again real quick, because again, I bought this for $3,800, and if you looked at this car new, this had a starting price of $38,000. That was back in $2005. Now, if you looked at what $38,000 cost in today's money, this being December 2018, it costs $47,749. And lo and behold, a new 2019 Volvo S60R design T6 all-wheel drive, which is probably the modern day equivalent of the 2005 Volvo S60R, actually costs $47,000. So look at that. The prices haven't really changed. But if you look at the initial cost in today's dollars, this being $3,800, this is less than 8% of the initial cost. So if you ever wanted more assurance as to why cars are a terrible investment, this totally shows you that after 14 years, this is now 8% of the initial value. As for everything that's wrong with this car, I'm going to save that for a different video. But again, the first thing that I really have to do is first to take stock of what's in this car, because to be honest with you, I don't know everything that was installed in this car, but I could tell you that it's not completely stock. For example, this thing has cross-drilled and slotted rotors, which that's not stock, and this also sits a little bit lower than factory settings. And if you pop open the hood, there's an IPD intake and also an IPD catback exhaust. Now, I don't know what else is in here, but that's the first thing that I'm going to do is baseline this car, find what's in here, and find out what kind of upgrades that I need to make. So the first couple of things that I have to do with this car is to take it to a Volvo specialist and also my alignment guy. And inputs from those people will basically tell me everything that's wrong with this car and everything that needs to be replaced. So after we make those changes, we bring this car back to tip-top shape. Then we'll start changing out the components. We'll change out the suspension, the exhaust, give it a tune, maybe new turbos, maybe take out some components from the inside to make this thing lighter, because this is a heavy pig. So we've got our work cut out for us to make the Volvo S60R into the performance machine that's good enough to take down WRX STIs, Evos, Focus RSs, Audi S4s, BMW M3s, you name it. I want this thing to be able to destroy it. If you're just joining me right now, this is the very ground floor of this project. So if you haven't subscribed already, if you haven't hit that notification bell, please do it right now so you can get notified anytime we make a new video. So the schedule as is right now, you're going to have the Volvo S60R content on Mondays. On Wednesdays, you're going to have Gregson's Volvo V70R. And wrapping up the week, you'll have Chad's Volvo C30 on Friday. In addition to the Volvo project cars, we also have reviews of new cars, and we also attend a lot of different driving events. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you can check all those other videos out. So if you found this video somewhat entertaining, please give us a like down below and also hit that subscribe button. If you want to support us even more, check out our Patreon page linked down below, and also check out our teespring.com account if you like these shirts that we have on this channel. Anyway, with that said, I'm going to wrap the video up right there. My name is Hanson. This is the Volvo S60R, and we'll catch you next time.